Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here to bring you a weekly message for Earth signs. So guys, if you are a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, welcome into your reading. It is general, so take the bits that are for you, disregard anything that's not. Know that even though there's a time on it, it's not date specific. Time is fluid, guys, so this may resonate now. It may pick up on a situation that you're going through from the past or something that's coming in, but know that no matter what the cards say, what Spirit says, it's still up to you guys and your active free will. Alright, so this involves the choices you make and the chances you take to get the fulfillment that you'd like to see in your world, and knowing that you have the power, my friends. So, happy birthday to anyone who's a Taurus. We are currently in Taurus season, and last time, guys, I apologize I didn't get your weekly readings done, so you guys are first Earth signs. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to jump in and get my wand here to guard, bless, and protect this reading. And any of you who would ask for it, if you want your angels and guides in your life, guys, just ask that they're for your highest good, and they're here for you. You just need to ask. Use that free will and speak up. And I'm going to ask my team of light to hop in to join me and use me as the clearest channel for any of you guys watching. So if you are new, before I go any further, at the end, if it's resonated, if you feel this touched your soul, please take a chance, hit subscribe, join the channel, and, join the journey with me. Alright, let me encounter your energy more often. Woo, I'm going to stop talking there and bring in some messages from Spirit now with the Earth magic. And I'm getting a lot of nose stuff. What is that? It's almost like water. I don't know how to put that. Oh, submerged and ice was the one. So I was kind of, as I was asking that, like, what does Earth signs need to know? And we get submerged, which is iceberg. So there may be a lot more going on right now than you're letting on, than other people are letting on, that the situation is even clear or that it's evident at this point, okay? And I'm hearing emotions. There could be a lot of submerged emotions. I'm also being called into this icy cold, okay? These are both icebergs, almost two different colors, like one's the white, one's that blue, but they are like face to face here, okay? And even though there's so much to be seen up top, remember that it's under the surface as well. And I'm also being asked to show you, like, the card on the back from the Earth Magic. This is by Stephen Farmer, if anyone who's interested. But it's like the tree, as above, so below. The iceberg as well is what's up top, bobbing around. That's not all there is to see in the situation, okay? And I'm actually going to pull a little message from the book from that one, because I feel it has more to say. And this book is so awesome. So I'm going to give you a little message. Let's find it. Alright, whatever you suppress or deny and attempt to keep out of conscious awareness will show up somewhere and somehow. These are your shadow aspects. At one time you put them out of your consciousness for a good reason, yet they remain contained by shame and guilt. Sometimes these submerged aspects of yourself are projected onto others so that they mirror those denied or suppressed parts of you, and you may even harshly judge these characteristics when they are exhibited. Now is the time to allow these elements to surface and embrace them. These may make up some sort of self-expression, a secret dream you wish to accomplish, or even uglier aspects that are difficult to acknowledge or accept. Whatever you have submerged deep inside you, this is your opportunity to pay attention to those things and welcome them to the family called you, alright? We're all multidimensional, intersectional beings who've had a multitude of experiences in our life. And all of those things, they led up to who you are right now. The person I'm talking to on the other side of this table or the other side of this phone, love all those aspects. Sometimes, and I was funny because I was thinking about this earlier today, how not a long time ago, but like, I'd even say, let's say 10 years ago, I remember my younger self being really afraid to deal with emotions that were hard and to deal with things that were hard for me to think about. So you suppress it, or you use whatever vice it is that you use to quiet it down. But at the end of the day, those things will haunt you, right? And like they say in here, this guilt and shame, this hell loop, really. Whatever's submerged that's been buried down, guys, Spirit's asking now, bring it up. Okay, and I was bringing that up for a reason, why I was thinking about that, because everybody has shadow aspects. There's nothing wrong with you, okay? If you're experiencing a little bit of that, as well as on our healing journey, what fun would it be, right? If we didn't have to acknowledge that, you know, we're not perfect and we don't always have our shit together. And sometimes we need to take a look at what's underneath all this crap building up, because I'm also hearing global warming, okay? But to be able to make it through to the other side, to these, if they're mountains or whether they're icebergs as well, to make it through here safely, you need to know what's underneath, okay? To make it through that passage, you need to know what's buried underneath. The bottom of the deck is Purification. So perfect, right? Definitely, definitely perfect. And we get Ceremony and Invocation at the bottom. So what I'm hearing right now as well is this could be a perfect time with the rain and purification. Where I am, and it's spring, so where a lot of you are, right? We're getting a lot of rain right now. And you could be getting floods. Okay, so with this submerged, know that there could be a little bit extra on top because you're not seeing everything and it's not soaking in, just saying, with this. But with the, and there's water lying on top, okay? When this happens, when there's a lot, that, here's why that was important, okay. If we keep too much submerged, and we don't kind of acknowledge that underlying stuff, to maybe even like, our subconscious reasons why we do things, right? Our self-sabotaging crap like that, okay? If we're not fully aware of what's under there, and let's say, this is getting strange, okay, but there's floodgates, maximum capacity. If you're not sure what's going on and it's going to rain, this stuff, it's not really, at least it's treacherous territory is where I'm hearing, and it's not coming out as clear as I'm hearing it from Spirit. But what it's trying to say is don't leave everything submerged and not dealt with. Otherwise, when it rains, it's just going to flood and sit on top of everything, and you're going to have to deal with it in not as nice of a way, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. So, great time right now to really purify. Ask Spirit for help with this ceremony and invocation. Ask Spirit to help you release that stuff. I'm hearing consciously ask Spirit to help you release any negativity that you may hold or harness, even concerning acknowledgement here of any shadow aspects, but know that there's power there. And once we see them, once we bring them into conscious awareness and say, ah, that's why it was here, right? If you can release the attachments and the stuff that was attached to whatever this shadow aspect is, okay, for example, and I'll bring it back to me because, hey, I love throwing myself on the table. But that wasn't supposed to be dirty, guys, sorry. But I just feel like a lot of times I'm going to put my personal out here for you guys because, hey, a lot of us have experienced that. But at that time in my life where I couldn't acknowledge the painful things and couldn't even take that deep a look into me because it was shame and guilt, once I was able to break through that, there was so much power and so much freedom, and now I can kind of laugh at those demons and be like, aha, you thought you had me then? Never again. And that's the kind of stuff that this time is asking Spirit, saying it's time to really release it, you know, feel it, ask why it was here, and then purify. Allow, if it's old patternings, if it's old belief systems, if it's old ways of being that you see are no longer working for you, purify them. Let it go. And it's also, if it's underlying health issues, purifying your body, right? However this is to you, if it's friendships, if it's toxicity, and this could be a multitude of things. Okay, so I'm going to get a little further in. I'm just being asked to pick the top up here, and this is clouds and shape-shifting. Really paying attention to the sky as well for messages. The clouds, Spirit often speaks to us through clouds. If any of you, you know, also, while you are taking this time to release any of the stuff that, you know, the shadow aspects, and heal it, I'm hearing, take the time and look at the sky, watch the clouds go by, and pay attention to the thoughts that come in. Why is it here? Why is it into my conscious awareness? How can I choose to use this information for my highest good and move forward in my life? And know that everything is ever changing. Nothing stays the same forever, and that's a good thing. Change is constant. And the wind moves these things. They're here one second, they're gone the next. And this is also about being adaptable being willing to change and willing to move on, willing to go with the flow, and paying attention to the colors, okay? With the sunset going down here, there's like this reddy orange. And I'm also being attracted to the same colors here with the ceremony. So knowing that you can connect to spirit consciously, okay, through your crown. And if this involves a release ceremony, ask spirit to help you release with love anything, right, that is not for your highest good, that is negative, inauthentic to you, or also asking spirit to help you release the shame and guilt attached to anything that your subconscious has hidden. And remember, love you, all of you, whole. All right, so let's move on to, I'm going to ask the Wildwood Tarot, okay, for a little bit of guidance for the coming week. So I don't know if I even said this, but it is for April 28th through May 5th. So let's see here, Spirit. Oh, that one's coming. I'm not going to read reversals. I'll just flip them around. I haven't even seen it. It fell up this way, but it is the Six of Stones. Now in here, it's exploitation. This could be stuff that is from your past or now even. There could be feelings. I'm hearing resentment, a little submerged feelings of resentment, feeling like you've been put through something very difficult. And I'm losing my voice here. But what I'm hearing with that is also with the purification. So if there's been a situation where you felt like you're holding out your bowl, you know, for something to come, and there's nothing. There's nothing there. You're exploited, you know, and it even looks like with their, I don't know if they're beehives or what they are here, but they've all been kind of ripped apart. These two people have been through a lot. They're wearing rags. They're, you know, looking a little emaciated here. Kind of like, where's ours, right? And there's nothing. If you're harboring resentment at some level, or even if this is you feeling like things have been really, really difficult, Spirit is already up top from earlier asking you to bring it into conscious awareness. Why is this feelings here? And this is a grounded place, okay? So this could be like in your physical world. Clarify this, please, Spirit. The Six of Stones. With there's so many, so we're gonna put those back. Exploitation, please. And the Six of Stones. So you have the Seven of Stones. So this is forward movement and healing. So again, if there's been a situation where you've been feeling like it's been difficult to gain your stability and grounding, they're still standing, right? They're not laying down. They're not pinned down. I'm hearing like Ten of Swords in the Animal Wisdom Tarot. It's like this pig with swords or arrows, feathers, sorry, stuck into it, and the vultures are just waiting. This is not down, okay? This is struggled, but still standing, still standing. Looking up to the skies as well. So important there with the clouds as well and the coloring. So that may be a really important message for some of you. Pay attention to what colors they are as well and what colors you're seeing in the sky in reference to, this could be with your chakra system as well. Okay, and what I'm hearing is like what energetic work or energetic energy is being brought into us at this time by the universe, especially like universes like to hammer us, right, with less and less and less and less and hard, because they want you to see what needs to change for you to be happy, for you to be fulfilled. Okay, what needs to change for you to not feel like you've been exploited, and there's healing here. For some of you, this could be things like Reiki, but he's laying, this could even just be rest. He's laying down protected by the 7 stones, and there is 7 chakras, 7 energetic centers, right, down your main parts. And not only that, but that's about balance, 7 colors of the rainbow. So bringing healing and balance into anything that's kind of you felt exploited from. And I'm also feeling like this guy's a warrior. And it looks like it's the same guy. Okay, I'm going to try and bring it up here. Can you see that? How this guy here, he's kind of got gray hair, and now it's different because his hair is different colors. This is him kind of being exploited. But next, I see this as his young, energetic warrior self, bringing healing back. And then you have the shaman. So this is the magician in this particular one with the 10 of bows. And this is the 10 of wands, laying down that burden. Okay, there has been a burden. It's probably submerged with what I was hearing with that, like a little bit of resentment or feeling like you've been left with nothing, all right? Heal that. Heal whatever had to be let go of. Whatever was left behind is what I'm hearing. Healing comes now. And with the shaman here, this shaman has all the elements at his disposal. He has smoke. He has the knowledge of his ancestors. With he's got tools for defense. We also have his staff. There's so much here. I was just going to grab the book again, guys. Sorry, but this magician is ancient. You carry ancient wisdom with you. You have the power to bring the healing within yourself. And it really does just mean taking that conscious look at yourself. Choosing to heal. And choosing to see yourself as the magician who knows that the hard part of your journey, it's almost over. Here you are. Just got to get up here. It's not really that far of a walk, right? Not that far of a trek. It's within sight. It's right there. So I actually don't feel like we need that anymore. So let's see here. The bottom of the deck, you have the ancestor. And this is a new moon. This is also your divine feminine, okay? But being willing to take those new steps and cross the threshold into a new you, into a new time, into a time of change with the number 5. As soon as you cross this, you no longer can go back. And you don't want to go back, right? You don't want to go back to this, feeling out in the cold, even though it's not the 5, but feeling like you don't have much left of you, feeling like whatever struggle it was took the life out of you. Anything that's still down there, hidden away, time to release it, express it is what I heard as well. But definitely, even if it's just expressing it to spirit, writing it down, getting the information that you need to get out, burning it in a release ceremony as well. This is some of the stuff that you can do, is that, you know, in a safe burning receptacle in your kitchen sink, whatever it is, write down some of the things that you feel have been submerged, anything that you don't want to admit to anyone else, the stuff that's stuck inside, that, right, that stuff that's easier to bury than talk about. Write down a piece of paper. You're the only person that needs to see it. And when you look at it and you can really honestly, truly put it down there and go, you know, I choose to release these things, release the attachment to guilt or shame, and love myself wholly, just as I am. And learn the lessons. Then burn that thing. Burn the piece of paper, put it in the sink, douse it with water when it's done. But as you burn it, really release the energy, okay? Take a few deep breaths in.